everybody, and welcome to the video. So I already kind of recorded like half of this video, and then I realized that my mic was not on. So I'm redoing it, but I'm going to try to just go through it step by step just like I was before. But this video is going to be about what I think Kingdom Hearts Union Cross needs in order for it to be a better game. And I'm already aware, and I'm sure the community is as well, that Square Enix is doing a very good job improving the game and making it more enjoyable for us. They're actually listening, which I think is great. That's awesome. So these are just a few things that, I mean, like whether the community is already talking about it or just things that I personally would love to see. These are just a few things. I think there's about like 5 topics I'm going to talk about where I think that Kingdom Hearts Union Cross really needs to implement these just to make the game more enjoyable, not only for me, but hopefully the rest of the community. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is PvP. And I know that they're already adjusting the ranking system by like making the brackets smaller. That originally was going to be on this list, but I left it out because obviously they did that. So they did it. Awesome. Cool. So what I want to talk about is I think there needs to be more modes. Now, nothing crazy. I mean, it's just going to be what we've seen already, and I kind of like what they do. The 3-blade mode is the standard, and it's just a damage contest. 2 out of 3, you win. That's it. Now, for the solo blade weeks, I actually noticed that online a lot of people really like those. So I think that in order to really please everybody, adding an option to do the solo blade mode and then doing the 3-blade mode would be awesome. I think that'd be really, really cool. Because obviously, like I just said, some people like it more than the others. Some people like the solo blade, some people hate it. So this will not only give other players an opportunity to do well in their preferred mode, it would just add more to it. It's not the same thing every week, and if anything, it'll give you more of an incentive to maybe get certain medals or to try different setups or just to prioritize one or the other. So while there's players that obviously can do both and do well, the rule will stand where you can't use the same medals in multiple setups. So even though the 3 keyblade setup is a thing, whatever you use in these 3 keyblades, you cannot put on your solo blade. So that way the power is distributed a little more evenly. But again, if you're just someone that doesn't even care about the trio mode and you're just like, whatever, I'm going to go hard in the solo blade mode, then you have the opportunity to do that, or vice versa. And again, ranking, I've thought about it. I think it really would just come down to whatever you ranked best in, which I think could work, or just averaging your 2 ranks together, where like, say you're like top 1000 for solo blade, but you're kind of slacking in the trio blade, you're like 4,000 or 5,000, you could still get a gold ticket in that respect. But even if you had the trio blades and you were ranking really low to begin with, if your solo blade setup is really, really good, then that gives you an opportunity for gold tickets and just to rank higher in general. So I think that that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. It's just something that I thought about. I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about this unless I'm just blind and I miss them. But yeah, that's what it is for PvP. They're doing a good job tweaking it. But the thing that comes along with PvP is the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is, of course, drumroll please, the fairy tickets. Damn it. These things are hot garbage. First of all, the RNG is trash, and the drop pools for these tickets are also trash. Bronze tickets, I don't care about those. They might as well not even exist to me at this point. Silver tickets are the biggest issue with this game. These are the tickets that I feel like most players get. And since it's what most people get, I feel like they shouldn't be bad. Like, I'm not even saying, like, they're not average, they're not grindy. No, silver tickets suck. And if you watched my Kyrie EX video where I was pulling for, I actually pulled from one of my silver tickets. I got 5 tier 3s. That should never, that should never happen. That is so stupid. That is so ludicrous. I don't, no, get tier 3s out of the silver tickets. And honestly, get tier 4s out of there too. There's a handful of tier 4 medals that I honestly find myself using that I think are even like, the only reason why I use them is because they have extra attacks, so they outclass my tier 5 medals at the moment. But tier 4s just, they shouldn't be in there. I think everybody should have tier 4 medals at this point in order to even pass the content. So putting those in the bronze tickets where everybody's getting bronze tickets regardless, you literally just sign in and you get them for PvP. Put tier 4s in there and get tier 3s the hell out of silver tickets. That was a stupid idea to begin with. So bronze tickets pool should be 1 through 4. I think that the silver pool ticket should get adjusted to 5 through 8, with 6 being like the norm. I think that's pretty good, because like silver, that gives, like I said, it gives other people opportunities to really farm and get those fairies that they need. Because like I said, I think 4 at minimum is a staple in order to pass the content or to even rank decently well in PvP. So yeah, that's my take on silver tickets. I also think that, sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was recording. I think that gold tickets need work as well. 5-star, or I'm sorry, tier 5s have no business being in gold tickets. That's my honest opinion. With how exclusive and hard these tickets are to get, I play this game every day, and I do the best I can. I don't put that much money into the game. Like, I buy VIP maybe like once, twice a month if I feel like I need to. But yeah, I don't want tier 5s and gold tickets anymore. They have no business being there. The pool should be 6 to 8, because I think that if you grind in there as exclusive as they are coming off at the moment, you should be rewarded with pretty much what you want, and that should be, no pun intended, gold. You should be getting at least tier 6s, but I think tier 7s should be the norm, with 8s being the second most common, and if you're just unlucky, you get the 6s. Because let's be honest, tier 6s, you can't really do much with those. Upgrading those to 7 stars, there's really no point. 7s and 8s are, I think, the things where like it would really help a lot of people's games regardless. And I mean, tier 7s I'm doing fine with. Tier 8s, I literally have a Bob and Jack medal that has extra attack and strength plus 1,000 that I am trying to get to 7 stars, but I haven't been pulling these fairies required for it. Like, I've never even upgraded a tier 8 before. Let's just get that out of the way. I've never done it. So since PvP has come out, for someone like me who plays pretty much all the time, for me to once in a while get these gold tickets, and to I have 3 tier 8 fairies, and that's it. That should not be a thing. And from the past VIP, we got the tickets this morning, the gold tickets, because obviously I bought the VIP because that VIP was gorgeous. I didn't get a single tier 8. With the Incredibles gold ticket deal, didn't get a single tier 8. If I'm putting in the money to get these tickets specifically, and I'm putting in the time and the effort to get lucky with these tickets, even in PvP, when you're competing and you get that one gold ticket and you get 5s, no, that's wrong. I'm sorry, that is wrong, and I feel like that is probably my issue with fairy tickets the most, is like the pools and the RNG. They're just trash. They're absolute trash, and for some reason the game is centered around PvP, so you can get these tickets. These tickets absolutely shaft you, and that's my take on fairy tickets. And the part 2 of this is basically just distribute the tickets better. I feel like I don't even really need to say that. I think that's pretty much a given. Yeah, you should put them in Coliseum, put them in Union Cross, put them in the avatar boards, you know, solo rankings for PvE, like during raid weeks in general. You should just do that. You could put the silver tickets leading up, and then the last tier in Coliseum you can get the gold. Union Cross, give us like bonus like boards where you can get the silver tickets, and then there's a bonus one where you can get the gold tickets. Something like that. Avatar boards, just give us a couple silver tickets with the boards, because I feel like that's a decent price. And solo rankings PvE, just give us gold tickets and silver tickets. I think we're all sick of SIDs, and Magic Mirrors always really have value, but SIDs are just, they're stupid. Get the SID medals out of here. We have a daily event for them. Get them out of here. Replace them with tickets, please. I feel like that's the best way to go about this, and that is my take on the fairy tickets at the moment. So now we're going to move on to something where I feel like people are probably talking about it, but I'm not necessarily seeing it all that much. I think we need more Keyblades in the game. I really do. We have a handful of them, but first of all, lots of stale setups. It's pretty much like the same thing every time for me personally. I know that we have PvP, which helps you experiment, but that's not enough for me. Like, I don't want this game centered around PvP, and I'm actually going to get to that in a second. But realistically, in the PvE meta, the Keyblade's worth leveling up for that 3, maybe 4 at most. That's my honest opinion. And again, it just matters with the medals that you get, but not everybody can get the right medals for every single Keyblade. I think that realistically for most players, you should have 3 or 4 blades that are good. And this whole leveling up your Keyblades for PvP, I think is garbage. I think that that's stupid too. That's basically what they're encouraging you to do, but like, I don't really want to do that. Like, for me, if I've ever had, like, if you guys have ever watched my discussion videos before, I like options, and I like having the choice to do things. If I want to experiment with different setups. I'm really sick of the constant PvP, the damage turtle damage setup. Like, even that doesn't help me really experiment with what these Keyblades are capable of doing. I want to experiment with more things, and I feel like I've pretty much exhausted everything. Like I said, for me, my PvE meta is just like, it's just like a few blades, that's it. I really want more multi-attribute Keyblades, and I think the best way for people to do that, for Square Enix to implement this into the game, is giving us something like Oathkeeper and Oblivion, where you have multi-attribute Keyblades, but obviously Oathkeeper would be all upright, and then Oblivion would be all reverse. I think it'd be really cool for players to not only, like, experiment with their medals, but for me, it would just want me to pull more for more medals. I basically just pull for medals that help my Keyblade setups. Like, I'm starting to pull for PvP, but again, I'm sick of this game being centered around PvP. I really am. And I should have included that in the PvP section before. But, you know, I'll just say it now. PvP, the game centered around PvP. That's not what this is. This is Kingdom Hearts. And with that, I'll segue into my next topic. There's really not that much because I already did make a video on it. I'll also link that down below if you guys want to see it. But in a nutshell, give us more updates. Remind us that this is a Kingdom Hearts game, not just a gotcha RNG shit show that this game has become. And excuse my language, but that's what it's becoming. And that doesn't mean that I'm not loving the game, because I do love the game, but it's just so stale at this point. Like, just, you have to give us more stuff other than just like everything is revolving around PvP. I love Kingdom Hearts to death. It's my favorite video game series, and I picked up Union Cross because I want to be good at it, because after Kingdom Hearts 3, that's probably all we're going to get for a while. So I got to be good at this game if I want to enjoy the Kingdom Hearts content that we have between Kingdom Hearts 3 and the next title. So give us more updates, and perhaps they're, again, I'm just going to briefly go over it. Maybe they're holding off because of Kingdom Hearts 3. They don't want to take the spotlight away from it, even though I don't think it would. Or maybe they're just waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to drop something, and then Kingdom Hearts Union Cross ties into it. Something like that. Again, I cover much more in my video. Like I said, I will link that down below if you're curious about what I think about the story content in this game and what, you know, the thing is. But it's time Square Enix reminds us that this is a Kingdom Hearts game, and that there's a story, and it matters, and they're not doing that. So that's my take on the story content. Just very quickly, like I said, just go watch my video on it. I talk about it a lot more. And last but not least, this is something where I feel like it's a little more unrealistic, but it's something that I personally would just love to see. Jewels. They got to be more affordable. They really do, especially with the necessity to have a bunch of different medals for PvP that the game is centered around for some reason. Like, if you're putting out all these banners, why don't we have jewels? Or at least make them cheaper in some way. I don't think they'll ever change the prices. I feel like that's going to be something that we're just going to have to deal with. But VIP is the most efficient route for collecting jewels, because traditionally what they've been doing now is giving us the 3,000 plus the additional 1,400. So that's 4,400 jewels, plus the daily logins, plus Union Cross grinding. I mean, we get a good amount of jewels, but with the amount of banners they're putting out, they're going to keep this up. They need to change something. So my idea is doing flash sales where everything is discounted. VIP, especially VIP, doing like a $5 VIP week or something once a month. That would help players out a lot, especially with medals that, I mean, traditionally they're not that good, but with Illustrated Invisible, I mean, that's a really good medal, and you had a lot of opportunities to get good traits on that, but that was behind a paywall, obviously. So a lot of players missed out on that, unfortunately, and I feel like that's not right. So they should, I think that doing a discounted VIP at the very least, where they do banger weeks like last week, where it was really good. We were able to farm the evolution materials. We got daily Chippendales, not farmable, but we got them. The Kyrie EX even helps a lot of players out. You know, that does help a lot of players out. I think just doing stuff like that, where it's a flash sale, like no more of this $14.99, or at least in the US, a week. That adds up to $60 a month for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross if you pay for it every single week of the month. That is ridiculous. I think that's a lot. And if you are one of those people that do that, like specifically for PvP, I think that they should offer a monthly payment thing where like you could just buy like the super mega ultra I'm a whale deal. Jokes, but doing that where it's $45 a month or something like that, like and they'll tell you what's offered every week. Like if you think that that's worth it, then that would be really cool for them to do that. Or even just buying 2 weeks for $20. Like even that would be more affordable. I think that's probably better. Doing $20 for 2 weeks, or maybe, I don't know, $45 for the month. I don't know, something like that. I know that doesn't really add up, but you know, there's a lot of different ways they could do it where it's like it would be an affordable monthly subscription. Yeah, I think $20 actually for 2 weeks is probably the best thing. Ignore that $45 a month thing, because that's ridiculous. It made sense in my head, but whatever. But yeah, like I said, making the game more affordable for players would make it more enjoyable. And actually, if you make it more affordable, that means more people buy it, and you might actually end up making more money, Square Enix. I don't know. I'm not a gaming company. I didn't major in marketing or anything, so I don't know. But yeah, with all that being said, that's pretty much my take on Kingdom Hearts Union Cross right now. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. Like I said, I play it all the time. I pretty much post content on it when I can. I love this game a lot, and I play very seriously. And I've actually met a bunch of really cool people in my Discord through this game. This game has done a lot for me, and being a part of a franchise that is my favorite franchise of all time, I want this game to be the best that it could be. And there's a lot of things that they're not doing right, and we actually were in a pretty bad spot with them for a few weeks, but they're showing us that they're listening at least a little bit, and they're doing a pretty good job listening and tweaking the game. And these are just a few things where I feel like not only myself, like things that I want, I think it would overall help the community a lot. So that's my take on Kingdom Hearts Union Cross right now. These are just some things that I feel like they could tweak to make the game even better than it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So just let me know down below what you agree with, if you want to add something, or maybe if you disagree with something, let me know how you'd fix what I want to fix, if that makes any sense. But yeah, don't forget to like the video. Most importantly, subscribe to my channel for more Kingdom Hearts content. Don't forget that stupid bell button. That stupid bell button is very important. That's how you will be notified of my new videos every time I upload. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, let me know down below what you guys think. And yeah, catch you guys in the next video.